Imagine sitting in front of your TV, frustrated because your expensive streaming box feels like it's stuck in 2018. You want to play the latest games, you want a smart home that actually works, and you want a Siri that doesn't just say I found this on the web. Well, the wait might finally be over. For 4 years, the 2022 Apple TV 4K has just sat there, and for many of us, it's doing nothing but collecting dust while our smart TVs handle everything internally. But the supply chain is screaming this morning. If the latest leaks about the spring 2026 Apple TV are true, Apple is finally panicked enough to try something absolutely drastic. They are reportedly preparing a $99 powerhouse that could change your living room forever. The biggest shocker in this leak is the silicon. Apple is reportedly putting a 3nm A17 Pro chip into this plastic TV box. That is the exact same chip found in the iPhone 15 Pro. Now, stop and think about the physics here for a second. This is a chip infamous for running hot. When it launched in the iPhone, it was practically burning holes in people's pockets during basic benchmarks. Now, Apple wants to jam it into a chassis that ditched its internal fan 2 generations ago. If they don't add active cooling back into this model, they are going to throttle that chip within 10 minutes of any heavy load. But why put such a powerful chip in a streaming puck? You don't need hardware-accelerated ray tracing just to watch Netflix. A potato can run Netflix. This move proves that Apple is trying, for the 10th time since the 90s, to turn the Apple TV into a legitimate gaming console. They finally have the horsepower to run AAA titles like Death Stranding natively. The hardware isn't the problem anymore, it's the ecosystem. Unless Apple actually buys a major game studio or pays massive money for exclusives, a fast chip just means your settings menu scrolls a little bit smoother. Most of us have never seen anyone actually gaming on an Apple TV in the wild, so we have to wonder if this is just a delusion cooked up in Cupertino. The real story, however, isn't just the processor. It's the networking silicon. Reports indicate Apple is dropping its new in-house N1 chip into this box. This is the exact same Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread combo chip debuting in the iPhone 17 lineup. For a decade, Apple has tried to stop paying licensing fees to companies like Broadcom. While they failed with their 5G modems, the N1 chip actually works. It sacrifices some peak speed for incredible efficiency and stability. Using a stationary device like a TV box to test this chip is a brilliant move. Since it's plugged into a wall, battery drain doesn't matter. If the first version of the N1 sucks at power management, no one will even notice. Wi-Fi 7 support is a massive headline for the future of the smart home. Even if you don't have a Wi-Fi 7 router yet, the latency benefits are real. If you are trying to mirror a Vision Pro headset to your TV or use AirPlay, you need massive bandwidth and zero interference. Apple isn't adding this just to load YouTube thumbnails faster. They are building a local, low-latency mesh for the entire Apple ecosystem. Speaking of YouTube, the leaks also point to hardware AV1 decoding. This is Apple finally catching up to 2021. Google and Amazon have had this in $50 sticks for years. AV1 provides better video quality at lower bit rates, saving streaming companies a fortune. Currently, the Apple TV brute forces this via software, which is incredibly inefficient. Adding it now is a correction, not a groundbreaking new feature. So, why the sudden hardware surge? The pricing leak tells the whole story. Apple is targeting a sub-$100 price tag for the base model. This is the only way they survive against Roku and Fire TV. Charging $130 for a streaming box was always arrogant. At $99 with an A17 Pro inside, Apple is taking a massive hit on the hardware. This is a textbook loss leader. They want to lose money on the physical box just to trap you in their services funnel. They are likely seeing a drop in Apple TV Plus and Arcade subscribers and are getting desperate to get hardware into households that refuse to buy a new iPhone every year. Then we have the software. The delay to 2026 is reportedly tied to tvOS 26.4 and Apple Intelligence. We all know Siri on Apple TV is currently useless. Half the time it just throws an error. Apple is betting that large language models can finally fix his broken interface. The promise is that you can say, Find that sci-fi movie where the guy eats noodles in the rain, and it will actually pull up Blade Runner. But we've heard these promises for a decade. Until we see it work without returning a web search result, we should remain skeptical. There's also the rumor of an integrated camera for FaceTime. While Apple wants this to be a smart home hub, most people don't want a wide-angle lens staring at them while they slouch on the couch eating chips. If you already own a 2021 or 2022 Apple TV 4K, there is no reason to panic. Your current box is fine for 4K streaming and Dolby Vision. But if you are still using an old HD model or the first-gen 4K box with that terrible remote, the 2026 refresh is a massive jump. The A17 Pro ensures you'll get updates until at least 2032, and the Wi-Fi 7 chip future-proofs your home network. In my opinion, this product is a winner simply because of the price drop. It makes it an easy recommendation over a sluggish Fire Stick loaded with ads. Just don't buy into the gaming or AI hype until Apple proves it actually works. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon.